this woman right here her name is Christina Bob. Christina Bob. If you don't know Christina Bob is one of Trump's team. If you haven't met Christina Bob before, she was a journalist for the OAN, right? OAN is like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the most right-wing network maybe ever. It's the One America News Network. It's like Fox News, but like without even the pretense of being balanced. It's just like a super right-wing news. They used to kind of clown the one reporter in the press, in the the press briefings that would ask Trump these really sycophantic questions. But OAN is like extreme right-wing network. Anyway, Christina Bob was a journalist there. And in addition to being an OAN journalist, by the way, y'all see, here's her interviewing Kari Lake. By the way, no extra charge for this comment. Y'all can take it or leave it. But if Kari Lake don't stop acting like she ain't got black in her family, look at Kari Lake. Look at Kari Lake on the left. She looks like a damn R&B singer, or she could be married to an NBA player. she looks like a basketball wife. You know what I'm saying? So again, we could pretend it ain't true, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, Kari Lake was being interviewed by this woman, Christina Bob. Christina Bob is a right-wing extremist, and I say that, but she is a super Trump sycophant. She's also a lawyer. She's a journalist, but she's also a lawyer, and she's part of Donald Trump's inner circle. She is somebody who believes in Donald Trump. She is somebody who invests in Donald Trump. She's somebody who, during election time, was absolutely fighting to reverse the election results. She was struggling to literally overturn the 2020 election, saying that she was being, that Donald Trump was being cheated. In fact, she was so tied up in it. She's one of the people, one of the names of people who got indicted, right? Because of her investment in the big lie. And of course, we all know what the big lie is. She promoted the big lie. She was named a defendant in the Dominion voting systems defamation suit against OAN. Why? Because she was a liar. But again, she's not just a media liar. She's in the Trump team. Weeks after Trump lost the election, and he did lose the election, for you psychos out there that don't know this, he brought in Rudy Giuliani. He brought in a whole new team of lawyers, right, to subvert the election. And Christina Bob was in that mix, and she was not charged with a crime initially, but she has been charged with a crime, right? It's Boris Epstein, it's Rudy Giuliani, it's Mike Roman, John Eastman, Jenna Ellis, Mark Meadows, whole bunch of folk, right, charged with this crime. But she keeps going. Biden gets certified the winner of the election. She's still raising money. She's trying to do election audits. She's literally on TV still telling people that the election is fake and that Trump should be president. In Arizona, she fought and really worked toward the GOP-controlled state Senate audit of the Maricopa County votes while covering it as a reporter. So there's all kinds of conflicts of interest. She's covering the story as a reporter. She's making the story behind the scenes. She's orchestrating an audit. She's raising money for the audit. And then she's secretly advising the auditor, Cyber Ninjas, the whole time. Now, ultimately, the audit said what we all knew, which is Trump lost the election. But the journalistic ethics attached to this were disturbing. You're literally putting your thumb on the scale and then reporting on what the scale, results are. It just doesn't make sense. Christina Bob is doing ethical ethically shaky stuff at best. But that's not why I brought it up. I brought it up because, look, we know Trump people going Trump. We know they're crazy. We know they're often dishonest. We know they're often racist. We know all the things. But here's the thing. She's not just a network journalist for a right-wing extremist media outlet. She's not just a Trump insider. She is senior counsel to the Republican National Committee's election integrity team. I know. It sounds crazy. It sounds like some shit I'm making up. It sounds like a punchline, right? No. The GOP, the RNC, the Republican National Committee, literally hired somebody to head up their election integrity unit that does not believe that Donald Trump lost the election. She's literally manufacturing evidence that Donald Trump won and was cheated. She's been indicted for her ridiculous lies and dishonesty and deceit. And yet she's still on the election integrity team for the Republican National Convention. This feels like something out of a novel. This feels like something so absurd that it can't be real. Like a punchline to a bad joke. But this is where the Republican Party is right now. They don't care. They don't pretend to care. They simply do what they want to do in order to win. Winning is the only issue that they have. It's the only mission that they have, and it's the only project that they prioritize. Everything else is irrelevant. Either we win the election or we don't, or we win the next one or we don't. And so putting someone who is either wildly dishonest or profoundly delusional in charge of election integrity tells you that they don't care about integrity. They just want to win.